Alright, here is a workout on all the things you are, which is another circle of fifths tune. And the perfect circle of fifths just goes around perfect fifths. But sometimes pieces are in a diatonic circle of fifths, meaning that even though you're moving down by fifths, you're staying in the key. So if you were in C, you would stay all white notes there. But all the things you are is a diatonic circle of fifths in the key of A flat, or at least well, the piece is in E flat, though it changes keys. So the letters in all the things you are, you start on actually a 6 chord, and you go F, B flat, E flat, A flat, D flat, G, C, because there's a chord change. So what we have here is we start F minor, it goes to the left, but all of a sudden we cut across the circle, hit a G7, and go to C. The first 5 chords, these are in A flat, 6, 2, 5, 1, 4, and then boom, in the key of C, 5, 7, 1. And the first thing you do is to do a really quick memory on the letters in that first section. So I would memorize F, B flat, E flat, A flat, D flat, G, C. And you do that until you can just play that left hand. Then you can learn taking the right hand and just do the thumb. F, B flat, E flat, A flat, D flat, G, C. You can fill in the chord. F, B flat, E flat, A flat, D flat, G, C. And you want to notice that the first 2 chords are minor, the rest of them are major. So you want to actually be able to say the letters, and you can start off saying F minor, B flat minor, E flat, A flat, D flat, G, C, so that you make sure you know which one's a minor. Now you can play the same thing with the left hand, and you can start off with just the roots. F, B flat, E flat, A flat, D flat, G, C with your little finger, and then finally F minor, B flat minor, E flat major, A flat major, D flat major, G major, C. So there's actually an actual change to the key of C there. Alright, then the next step is to take those triads and put them in sevenths. Now we're in A flat, so you've got all these flats. Now the triads are still the same, but the sevenths become, and here's a minor 7, just like the triads. This is a dominant 7th, and a major 7, and a major 7, and a dominant 7, and a major 7. So you would want to now say F minor, B flat minor, E flat dominant, A flat major, D flat major, G dominant, C major. So again, we're in A flat until suddenly we go from D flat. Around the circle would be to go to G flat. So it still goes to the same letter. It's just that by cutting across there to the key of C, we actually just shift keys. All right, now once you do that, we apply our smoother circle of fifths within a key voicing, where you drop the top 2, and then the bottom 2, and then the top 2, bottom 2. And here you're going to drop the top 2, but you also have to slither up on this bottom note because you're changing keys. So you're actually changing just these top notes in terms of letters, but you have to change that one to shift into the G7. So we'd be going top 2, bottom 2, top 2, bottom 2, kind of slide around G7, C. Alright, so that much of that piece is memorized. Right, now, we also want to be able to do the left-hand chords by themselves. We also want to be able to play an accompaniment. One of the easiest things to do, you can actually just go by just playing the roots in the left hand. But a real wonderful and easy rhythm to do, which will go anywhere in the world, is a Charleston. So you can go you got that. All right, so now we're going to get our left-hand chords, the 7th chords again, and we're going to play the melody with it. The melody is really very interesting because the melody starts on the 3rd each time. 3rd of the F minor, then 3rd of the B flat, 3rd of the E flat, and this actually becomes the 3rd right here, 3rd of the A flat, 3rd of the D flat, and right here we get the 3rd of the G and the 3rd of the C. So you get that part memorized just like that. All right, now step 7, next step, is we're going to actually complete the piece. So the second section of the piece is an exact harmonic sequence of the first section, but it's in E flat instead of in A flat. So here we can see on this circle, we're going to start on C minor, which is the 6th chord in E flat, and go C minor, F minor, B flat dominant, E flat major, A flat major, cut across D7, G. Exact same key change, an exact harmonic sequence. So we're going to memorize it the very same way. So you go through the same thing of and naming them, and that's pretty easy. So you're going to C, F, B flat, E flat, A flat, D, G, and then you know it's minor, minor, major, major, major. So then we're going to go C, or C, F, B flat, E flat, A flat, D, G, minor, no, sorry, here, minor, minor, major, 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 major. So we're doing the exact same thing, and then you're going to do the very same thing. You're going to then get the 7ths. Do the top 2, bottom 2 thing. Okay. So we've got that part. Then we're going to add the melody, the same thing with the 3rds. This is different here though. And then you hit the 3rd right there. Alright, so you should have that much memorized already. So then, quick look here. Alright, now you've done that sequence in A flat and in E flat. Now there's a little section in G major that just goes 2, 5, 1. So we got A minor, D7, G major. And you open that up with just a big fat G open 5th. Then here's our A minor going to the 3rd. Then we flat 9 to the 9th, 7th, 3rd of the G chord again. And then it's going to actually go to the key of E major. So we're going to do a 2, 5, 1 in E, which is F sharp minor, B7, E major. So then that next little part is a G chord, F sharp minor, 7 flat 5. Whoops, I need to do it down here. B7, and notice G chord, go to the 3rd. Then we're just going to go below the root and go to the 3rd of the E chord. Alright, then there's a little pivot chord, a C augmented. It's a pivot chord because we've finished up in E, and there's not really much relationship between E major and C augmented, so you're just jumping to the C, which now becomes the 3 chord in the key of A flat. So now we're going to go 3, 6, 2, 5, 1, 4. Then there's something different that happens here. We're going to go, we've ended this. No, sorry, wait, this one. Here's our pivot chord. It's just a C augmented chord, which is a major 6 chord in the key of A flat. Normally it would be minor. and actually it's got a sharp 5, and actually it would be a C dominant with a sharp 5. And this is a great chord because it matches a whole tone scale. So we hit our C augmented, and then it goes from the 3 to the 6. Same thing here. Now here, a very common little cliche that happens in tunes, you get a 4 minor, and then you just slide on down to another 3. But this time it's in the key of A flat, so it's minor, and then we go to the 6th chord, which normally is minor, but in this case it's dominant. And then we go to the regular minor 2 chord, and then the E flat or the 5/7 or 5/9 here, back to A flat. And if you're going to do a turnaround, it's in, you're going to do a G minor 7 flat 5, C 7 flat 9, because it's going back to F minor. So that's how you learn that tune. So I'm just going to look at the whole thing here and play it. So. Here's a good place to put a C6. G6. Here's that minor chord. So that's a quick little lesson on how to play All the Things You Are. Next up will be the walking bass line and the improvisation process.